So in this video, what I want to do is take you through a brief overview of OnCampus. OnCampus is our student information system. You'll be spending a lot of time in it as a teacher at Calvary Day School. When you first sign into OnCampus, you're presented with the resource board. Now the resource board has a lot of great information on it. Some of the things you'll find here are like the all school resource board, which has all kinds of information about the school, different school levels, things like that, announcements, news, all that kind of good stuff. The professional development resource board is where all of your training is. So that includes this training as well as training on all of the different types of technology that we use, and other professional development could be posted out there in the future. So that'll be a place that you'll spend some time on as you're getting to know our systems. Faculty news, just that information for the faculty and staff. Vidagami, great place for storing photos, is where all of our photos go. We'll have some training on that at another point. And then different resource boards, just different information throughout the year. So these resource boards will change. Sometimes, like right now, we've got our summer reading. As we look at this resource board here, that will go away as we begin school. There's also some additional information here, a place for parents and faculty to send feedback, as well as information on our dining services and such. So as we move away from the resource board, you'll notice up here at the top you have a menu. Now this menu is going to show you some different personas. If you're a parent, you're going to see parent here, faculty, so you can actually look at OnCampus with different eyes. So at one point you might, you need to look at it as a faculty member. If you have a student here, there are going to be times where you're going to want to look at it as a parent. You're going to want to see grades and things like that of just your kids, and so that's where you would change your persona to parent. There's also some other, depending on what your roles are, you may have, you'll see some other menu options here. Won't dig into those right now, but those will get you access to reports and things like that that are more related to like your classes and things like that. So continuing under our faculty persona here, we see on the far left-hand side we've got the My Day menu, and in the My Day we've got our schedule and performance. Now once school gets started, you're going to actually see your schedule all listed out here. So it'll have your classes, you'll be able to click on your classes, you'll be able to take attendance from this page. It's really a good page to kind of get your day started and kind of see what's going to be happening throughout the day. You also have your assignment center. Now this is going to access all of the assignments that you've put. So if you've got 6, 7 classes, all of those assignments will appear here. So it gives you kind of a place to come and actually see just your assignments for all of your classes instead of by class. Now you can filter this, and we'll look at some more of that as we get into the assignment creation. And then also a place here for you to see all of your rubrics that you've created. Just past the resources you have news, and so by clicking here you can see all of the news that's been posted, and this is across all of the different resources, and you kind of get an idea of some things that are happening. And then next you have your calendar. Now your calendar can be overwhelming. Right now as we look at this, we're not seeing a whole lot of information because, well, there's not a whole lot going on for the summer, but we can move ahead to June or July and see that there's some more things going on, and then we can kind of pop into August. We see the first day of school. Now as your classes and things begin to populate on here, this can be way overwhelming, and so you over here on the left hand side you can come through and you can decide which of these things you want to see. So let's say I don't need to see all the school athletic information, I can uncheck that. Boom, there goes all the athletics. So now my calendar is a little bit more manageable. If I don't teach lower school or middle school, I can drop those. Now I'm just seeing everything that's going on, full school and then high school information that's pertinent just to me. So you can filter this calendar in a bunch of different ways, and it's very helpful as you're looking at that. Now also we have directories. Directories, of course, are just that. They're where all of our students, parents, alumni, faculty, and staff are all listed. You can click on any of these, and just by typing in a student's last name, you'll be able to look up students with that last name. Same goes with parents and faculty. Now I will tell you that the information that is shown here is controlled by the member. So if a parent doesn't want their address seen, they can go in and turn that off, and that's just a feature for them to be able to control. They can turn that off before so that other parents can't see it, so that students can't see it, things like that. And so if you're not seeing everything you need to see here, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It just means that that person has just turned off that information. So so that's the directories. Up in the upper right hand corner here, we have official notes and messages. Those are different types of communication that will come across. If someone sends you a message within OnCampus, you'll be able to see that message here. We'll look at that a little bit later. But also you have your menu here where you can actually modify your profile settings. Now you're not going to see all of the options here when you click on this, but you should see this profile, which if you click on that, you've got the ability to manage some of your information there. We do ask that you not change your bio. Your bio is actually input by our web design team, and that's what actually goes on our website. So we ask that you don't modify that. They'll be getting with you and getting that information to be sure that that's posted correctly. But other information, if you change a phone number, if you want to add a personal email address, things like that, you're welcome to change that information on here. In addition, you have your files and forms. So if you do have children, you're going to be seeing files and forms that come through that you'll need to fill out for them. And then also under settings, this is where you actually can set like your login settings and things like that. Notifications, this is important. This is where you set up your notifications that you receive. All of the parents by default when they're first enrolled have their notifications set up for them. You as a staff member have to go in and actually modify yours, and so this is where you're going to want to spend just a little bit of time. I recommend making sure that you have email selected for messages. I also recommend that you take your announcement posted and click that edit options there. Make sure that you've got Calvary Day School selected, the faculty secure selected, and then whatever level you teach. If you teach high school, make sure that's selected, and then also emergency announcements. And then under these, I would actually select all of these. That way you're making sure and getting notifications when any kind of announcement is posted to your child's groups or to your groups. So if yours looks something like this, you're probably good to go. I also recommend, of course, you need to make sure and check email beside that so that you get the email notification when it is posted. And then down here under news posted, do the same thing. Select Calvary Day School, select faculty, select high school news if you want to see what's going on with the on the website. And then under my groups, again, select all of these and all of your child groups. That way you make sure and get an email announcement, an email when any kind of news announcement is posted, and then just check the email box. Now if you have put in a phone number, a mobile phone number, you can actually receive text messages as well. Totally up to you. Go in and then just check that box. Other announcement notification type things that you can get, game changes, practice changes, these only relate to things that your kids are involved in. So if you're not a coach or don't have a kid on a team, then checking these you're not going to get anything. But if you do, then you may want to check some of these. And then I would leave all the bulk email options checked so that when we do send out bulk email, you make sure and get those. All right, so other than that, you also have a getting started option up here, which you can take a look at some training resources that may be helpful. I recommend just watching these videos. I think these videos are probably going to be more helpful for you. And then obviously the ability to sign out. So there it is. That's the overview of OnCampus, kind of in a nutshell. We'll be doing some more videos that'll be teaching you to integrate some of the things as we move forward. So appreciate you taking time to watch this video.